Hey guys, welcome to the Fool Show. Wanted to do a recap of Michigan's dominating 56-10 win over Nebraska. So I watched this game, obviously in my maze. I was pretty surprised, honestly, how much maze there was in the stadium. Especially for a noon game, it was pretty good. So kudos to all the social media trying to spread the word to get people to wear maze. So, cool, let's talk about the game. The key play, honestly, to me, the key play, very first possession, Martinez's tipped pass that got caught for the interception by Martinez. That totally changed the game. The announcers brought it up. The player behind, Nebraska got behind our defense. And if they hit that pass, he's wide open. It was a big chunk of yards at least, and it could have gone for a touchdown. Instead, Michigan intercepts it, and then we come down, we score 7-0. Come back, a couple sacks, at least one big sack there, 3 and out or something. We get the ball back, score again. Like, boom, 14-0, just like that. It was just kind of like the Notre Dame game where Michigan was the one that got put down 14-0. I think the Michigan players were talking about it. Martinez said this in his postgame that they could just tell that Nebraska was just kind of like giving up. They just knew the game was over. They could see it in their face, in their body language, in their expression. I mean, that's what you want your opponents to do. Crush them and step on them, right? That's what you want. And Michigan did that today. I don't know if it is the case or not. No one's going to say it. But Scott Frost, after his UCF team came into Michigan a couple years back and said that they out-hit Michigan, even though they lost big time. Like, that game might have been 56-14. Just picking a number. It was a big blowout. But he said that his team out-hit Michigan. Yeah. That probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. Because, you know, they remember that. Everyone who was there on that team in 2015, I think it was, maybe it was 2016. Whoever was here, they remembered, and they smacked them good. The defense was outstanding. Martinez was really bottled up. Vinovich, Gary, there are 4 total sacks on the team. We did a very good job keeping him in the pocket. Also, Bush, man, he was all over the place. Making plays on options. He just go and capture that running back. He is definitely, I mean, sad to say, he's going to have to go pro next, following this year. Because he is just outstanding in coverage. So that's really cool about him. Hopefully he stays healthy. So the defense did really good. 132 yards. Only, I think it was in the 30s rushing and 93 passing. Like, just outstanding then. Well, the main drive, their touchdown drive, came when we had like the 3rd or 4th string players in. So that was really good there. I also want to commend Donovan Peoples-Jones because, you know what? He didn't do much today catching the ball. 10 yards on 1 pass. But you know what? He still impacted the game. That kick return was outstanding. It seemed everything was kind of going right for us. You got kick return. You had like those. It didn't count, but the punt, muff punt that should have gone for a touchdown. I don't understand that rule, but that's a rule that, you know, it's dead right there. Even though we recovered the fumble and went for the touchdown, we got a lot of breaks that normally don't go our way. At least they hadn't been in years past. We got them today. The offensive line was looking great. On Mason's first touchdown, like, the whole offensive line pushes the defensive line into the end zone. The offensive line did a really good job. They made big holes for Higdon to go through. He had 100 yards, basically 92 yards on his first 3 carries. Things got a little bit tougher sledding after that, but he still had a great game. So offensive line played great. Patterson only had, I think, 1 sack against. He really wasn't under a ton of pressure, but when they did bring plays, I remember one, they brought a double blitz up the A gap, right up the middle. And the first one was picked up by the running back. The second one, no one was there to get, but Patterson stuck in there and threw a dart to our tight end to pick up a big 3rd down conversion there. So it was really good for Patterson to stick in there, prove that he's not afraid to get hit to make the play. So that's really cool. They did get him out of the game at the right time. I thought, of course, he could have not even come out in the second half, but they brought him out for 1 series, I think. Then they pulled him out. McCaffrey looks like he's going to be a really good player. He had some nice touch on those deep balls. To be fair, the first one he put too much air under, and I think the wind was blowing it a little bit. But the second one, the next play, put it right where it needed to be. Nice 56-yard touchdown by Bell. So sweet. Oh, I gotta just talk about this. I don't understand the targeting rule, really. I guess I would say this week's ejection of Hudson is a little bit more cut and dry for me. I guess he kind of put his helmet down. It looked like he hardly even hit the guy anywhere above the neck, to me. But of course I got my Michigan glasses on, so who knows. But okay, I don't think that one was a terrible call. Last week's was totally the wrong call. But when I'm reviewing the tape, I see that Nebraska players come in and just smack Mason right in the head. They lower their head right into the head, and the refs don't call anything. It's like on a goal line play. The refs don't call anything. They're probably looking to see if Mason gets the touchdown. They're not watching to see if his head gets crushed in. Now, if the Big Ten is going to open Pandora's box where the people upstairs can call down, like they did again today, call down to see if there's targeting, you know what? Why can't the Big Ten itself, the conference, go back and look at plays after the game? That Nebraska player, I don't know his name, he should be suspended for the next game because he clearly targeted, he clearly lowered his head, he clearly made direct contact with his lower head to Mason's head. Not called. The refs, meh. You know what, Big Ten? You open the box where you can have reviews call down for this stuff. Why don't you just have make a little officiating crew, Big Ten rules officials, whatever, la 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 la. And you know what? Hand out penalties, just like the NFL does where they hand out fines after the fact. Well, this one, you can't obviously fine them. Look at it, suspend the player the next game. Again, Hudson's going to be out next week at Northwestern. I'm not as worried. I was a little bit more worried about this game. I feel more confident now the way Michigan rallied around not having him in the first half. Don Brown really seemed to have a good strategy what to do with that. It helps that, Nebraska had 32 yards rushing, whatever it was, really small amount. So hopefully they'll be able to do that again next week at Northwestern. So overall, excellent game by Michigan. Special teams was great. 2 for 2 on field goals. Only missed one extra point. The way that one shanked, I'm just thinking it was a bad hold. They didn't show any replay, so I don't know. But Nordine kicked the ball well today. That 50-yarder was really good. See, this is the thing. He was this way last year. Then he hit the little slump kind of like October-ish, and he pulled out of it. Hopefully there's no slump this year. And, man, he keeps kicking that way. You've seen how poor kickers in the NFL do. He could easily be an NFL kicker with that leg. Special teams was great. Punting was really good. Obviously, the kick return by Peoples-Jones was great. Kicking off was outstanding. They hardly returned any kicks. So special teams did a great job. Offense did a great job. Defense did an outstanding job. I was worried about Martinez. They contained him really well. Overall, super good job by Michigan. Extremely happy with the performance. I love these games. It kind of makes up for the SMU game last week where you did not get any second, third stringers in. This week you got your second, thirds, and probably fourth string players in. That's great. That really helps developing players. Hey, thanks for watching. Give a like if you enjoyed this. Give a subscribe if you enjoyed it even more. What was your best takeaway from this game? And what do you think? Was it the rushing game, the O-line, how the defense played? This is definitely the best team game Michigan has played this year. Let me know what you think. Put your comments below. And as always, thanks, and go Blue.